Good evening, everybody. This is Davey Jones, live from our Bucyrus Pizza Hut with Coaches Corner West. We'll be talking with Bucyrus, Woodford, and Buckeye Central in that order tonight. Bucyrus is up first. Our show brought to you in part by Doug Luthold and everybody at Advanced Fiber Technology. Coach Tim Plumbley, Mohegan Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation, Matt Studer, Spitzer Chrysler Dodge, Jeep Ram Kia, just a mile east of the Richland Mall, Mansfield. Also brought to you by Rob Lustin, Edgefield Animal Clinic in Marion. John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Heinlein, and everybody at Bucyrus Blade serving worldwide markets since 1951. And Roger Brown at Winks, Rock and Safe, South Poplar at West Warren, Bucyrus. My privilege to talk to the head coach of the Bucyrus Redmen, who we took one on the chin. He told me Kerry was very good. That was really understating it. They are superb, and I don't see how anybody did it.
I agree. They were probably even better than what I had thought. They're really big. They're really aggressive on defense. They just respond. They respond to every action really quickly, and then they're difficult up front to tackle and bring down. So,
what do they grow in the water up there? Because I mean, I can remember the old NCC, and Kerry always had big kids, and they always had very aggressive kids. And
it's still that way. In fact, this is probably the biggest team, since Kerry came back into the league this is probably about as big a team as I've seen them have.
And kids, how many numbers they have?
I'm not sure exactly. They had quite a few, but they have tall kids. They have just big, strong kids, and we struggle with that a little bit or a lot. It's an understatement.
All right, 417 yards in the game. Our rush game was basically stopped. Now, we had some success through the air, but not a lot.
Correct.
One of the things that I did notice is you guys had 5 different guys catching the football, and again, when you look at that, I talked to Dan Messerschmidt this afternoon. He said, we're 10 of 17. He says it should have been a little bit better. We had some balls that were in the neighborhood that should have been caught.
We did. There were a few that should have been caught, and which would have increased the completion percentage, and it also would have at least 2 or 3 of them would have given us first downs. In a game like that, you're trying to get first downs, keep moving the ball, and essentially keep the ball away from Kerry a little bit.
All right. See if I can read my writing here. Grady Jackson with 3 receptions for 55 yards. Is it Brandon? Braxton Lewis. 3 for 10. Jaron Gallardo.
Javon.
Okay, I can't read my writing. Javon Gallardo, Eddie Dager, and Mason Gephardt.
Yeah, and you'll notice that a lot of those, there's not many yards after the catch on those, because Kerry just really pursued to the ball well. They tackle well. They're a superb team.
All right. We're going to talk a little bit to some of the young men that are here right now, the players. We've got all freshmen tonight. Rakim Deaver, right? Did I get that right?
Rakim.
Okay, Rakim Deaver. I'm going to have trouble with that part, okay? And Rakim Deaver, freshman linebacker. Hayden Corl, also a freshman O-line, D-line. Donald Mills, the same O-line, D-line. And Jake Green, a running back and safety. All freshmen, all have seen a little bit of varsity play this year. And we'll talk to these guys here in just one moment. Our show brought to you by the following people: Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Bucyrus and Gallion, Hannah Newton, Wendy's, downtown Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, Bucyrus, Vince Ponziani and Associates at Waycraft Industries. I can pronounce his name, but I'm having trouble with yours. All right. Rod Steiger and everybody at Pizza Hut, Bucyrus and Gallion, the host of our show since 1992. And the Burkhardt Valley at Burkhardt Farm Sales, your case IH dealer on the Manette, New Winchester Road. Ponziani, he was a principal when he was in school.
Nello was, correct.
Yeah, he was a principal. His dad was a principal when he was in school.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk first of all. Pronounce your name again.
Rakim
Deaver, okay? Yes. And a freshman linebacker, and you've been getting some playing time as a freshman, right?
Yes.
Makes you feel pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
All right. And now, you're just a freshman. You've got a lot of time in front of you. Hopefully, win some more games this year. What are some of the goals that you have for yourself, not only this year, but looking down the road to build for the future?
Bringing that Crawford cattle home. Continuously winning more games over and over, working harder, getting better.
All right. You play other sports besides football? You look like an athlete.
I wrestle.
Wrestle? All right. No basketball or spring sports? Got to get this kid to run.
He could probably run track.
Get him on the track team.
Yep.
He looked like he'd be very good at that too. Rakim, I appreciate you stopping by. You did a good job. You're always welcome back. Hayden Corl, O-line, D-line. You look like an O-line, D-line type guy.
Yeah.
All right. And talk to me a little about your role. Now you play probably a lot of JV too, right?
Yeah.
Rakim, you played some JV as well.
Yes.
Saturday morning. How are the JVs doing this year?
We're doing pretty good. We haven't had too bad of games. We always fight hard. Like, we don't ever give up. We don't ever stop and just wait till the whistle's blown. We always try our hardest.
All right. So you're in the same position as your colleague right next to you here. Talk to me a little bit about not only this year. I know you want to win some more ball games this year, but you guys are kind of thinking about building for the future a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. So how do you plan to go about doing that?
Just having a positive attitude and never bring your team down, because usually when bad things happen, more bad things occur. Like, if you put somebody down, they're going to mess up more.
All right. So you got to keep doing that. How about the off season?
Not at the moment. I'm not doing anything.
Well, okay. Well, how about? I bet you are. I bet you're going to be in that weight room a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
Weight room, bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah.
Coach, give your microphone a second. This young man looks like he needs to get in the weight room a little bit, and I bet, seriously.
No, we all do. We all do, and that's a big component of what we do.
What I'm thinking, it's not so much stronger. He looks like he might be pretty tough, but I bet you'd like to have him have a little more speed.
Oh yeah, that's one of the big components in our weight room, is that we work on their speed, regardless of position. The O-lineman can be faster. It's really how the game's played now.
All right, and I know that we're talking to you and some of your colleagues, Doug Fry in particular. He wasn't so much concerned with the size of the line. It's nice to have, but the quickness is what he was.
Yeah, I think the quickness and really the aggressiveness. If you can combine those two things, then you're going to have a good team.
All right, very good. We'd like to send that back down to you, young man. And any other sports other than football? You're not doing anything else?
No, not at the
You
moment.
get the track team too.
That's right. That's right.
You either throw the hammer or the shot put or something, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's see. Next we got Donald Mills, also O-line and D-line. And Donald, how long have you been playing football?
I've been playing for about
Seventh grade on?
Yeah.
All right. Did you play some flag football before that?
Yes, I did.
All right. So, this is something you really want to do. Are you playing other sports besides football?
I did track.
Good. What do you do in the track? You don't look.
Shot
Shot
put.
put. You didn't look like the 100-yard dash.
No.
But it probably wouldn't be bad. Now, how about the weight room in the off season?
Weight room in the off season? That's decent.
Decent. I think you want to make that a regular habit, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. And I'm encouraging
It
you to
would
do
be
that.
better if we all went there for the off season.
All right.
But everyone has their own jobs and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I understand jobs. There's nothing wrong with that. That'll be good for you in the future too. Listen, buddy, I appreciate you stopping by. Continued success. And we got Jake Green. Put it out the other end of the table. Jake's a running back. Have you gotten any varsity games this year?
Yeah.
Couple, but you're playing primarily JV, right?
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that, being that running back position.
I try to hit the holes as fast as I can.
All right.
Try to find the open spot to go.
All right. Now, you play other sports other than football?
I weightlift and do track.
All right. Track's good for you, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to break for a second, come back and talk about a big game coming up this week at the Athletic Complex against a very good Buckeye Central football team. Details come up in just one moment. Our show brought to you in part by Blythe Freely and Todd McDougal at Freely and Company Insurance up in Dutchtown, Ted Coder Monarch Body Shop in the heart of downtown New Washington, Ohio State University Marion, a Big Ten education close to home, Mike Kleinite Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead Marion, Dr. Thomas F. Britt at Clubview Vision Center, and Luag Krebs at Rivers Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing, and Signs, the official foam board t-shirt provider, Route 309. right across from the old Marion Depot. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the game coming up this Friday night at the athletic complex. A lot of similarities between these teams. I did a little bit of math. I got the stats from the N10 today, and you folks are averaging 211 yards per game.
Mm-hmm.
Your colleagues at Buckeye Central are averaging 210 yards per game. You're a little stronger on the passing, and they're a little stronger on the rushing.
Yeah, they're definitely a run-first team. They have a lot of big guys up front. The running backs run hard. But, you know, the sophomore, Dean Derricks, I believe is his name.
Derricks Dean, yeah.
Yep, he throws the ball well, has a quick release, and, you know, they can throw it. I think they probably just philosophically.
He's thrown 3 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, so they're good. They're good. They try to stay balanced. So we got to be ready to defend both the run and pass.
All right. Keys to success in this football game. It's an important game for both of you guys.
Yeah, it's extremely important for both of us. You know, we've had a couple rough games, and but we need to limit our mistakes. I think as far as turnovers and penalties and things go like that, each team would want to limit those, and then we need to be balanced. I think on offense, we need to make sure that we're running the ball. I believe we have some opportunities to throw the ball as well, but we got to make sure that we stay balanced.
If I'm a football coach coaching against you, I think I'm going to expect you to throw more.
Yes. Well, you know, it's more a product of how the flow of the game. Mm-hmm. You know, if we're able to run the ball, we'll run it and mix in some pass. But if we're not having success running it, then
Well, you have had success throwing the ball.
yeah. So it's more a product of how the game goes.
All right. Coach, it's always a pleasure to have you on the radio. We'll look forward to your next visit next Monday. Good luck this Friday night at home against Buckeye Central. And we'll be back with the Winford Royals. That comes up right after this.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.